Most people spend their entire lives waiting to find their purpose, waiting to feel ready, waiting for the right moment, waiting for someone to point the way. And then, one day, they look up, and the river has carried them somewhere they never chose to go. Marcus Aurelius understood the terror of a life without direction. He ruled the most powerful empire on earth and still wrote privately about the search for meaning. In the next 5 minutes, I'm giving you his 5 rules, the exact framework he used to find purpose, live with intention, and build a legacy that still echoes 2,000 years later, starting with the one question most people never ask. Here is the brutal reality Marcus Aurelius faced every single day. He knew he was mortal. He knew his time was finite. He wrote about it constantly, not from despair, but from clarity. Because when you truly accept that time is running out, the trivial falls away completely. What matters becomes obvious. What doesn't dissolves. These 5 rules are how Marcus Aurelius used the urgency of mortality to find his purpose, focus his energy, and live deliberately. Rule 1 begins with the only question worth asking. Rule 1. Define your summum bonum, your highest good. The Stoics believed every person must answer one fundamental question. What is the single highest thing I am working toward? Not the goal, not the milestone, not the achievement. The deepest why behind everything you do. Marcus Aurelius answered this every morning in meditations. His highest good was virtue, specifically serving the Roman people with wisdom, justice, courage, and restraint. Everything else was either in service of that or cut. Most people have never defined their summum bonum. They are chasing goals with no philosophical foundation underneath them. And when they achieve those goals, the emptiness surprises them. Ask yourself today, what is the highest good I am working toward? Not what you want to achieve, who you want to become, and who you want to serve. Rule 2. Cut everything that doesn't serve the vision. Marcus Aurelius wrote, ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? 3 words, the most powerful filter in history. Not, is this interesting? Not, is this comfortable? Not, will this make people like me? Is this necessary? The person who finds their purpose and builds a life around it is the person who has made peace with saying no. No to the distraction dressed up as opportunity. No to the obligation that serves someone else's vision at the cost of their own. No to the comfort that feels safe but produces nothing that matters. Michelangelo said he carved the angel from the marble by removing everything that was not the angel. Purpose works exactly the same way. Remove what isn't necessary, and the life you were meant to live begins to emerge. And here is the rule that most people cannot bring themselves to use, because it requires confronting the one thing modern culture spends billions of dollars helping you avoid. Rule 3 is the most uncomfortable and the most liberating. It is the rule Marcus Aurelius came back to more than any other in meditations, and it will change the way you spend every hour you have left. Rule 3. Let death give you direction. Marcus Aurelius wrote, think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly. Memento mori, remember death, was not a Stoic obsession with darkness. It was a tool for clarity. When you truly internalize that you are going to die, that this version of your life has a hard stop with no extension, the question of purpose becomes urgent in the best possible way. What would you do differently today if you knew it was the last year you had? That answer is your purpose, not what you're supposed to want, not what looks impressive, what you would actually do with real urgency. If the clock were visible, the clock is always visible. Most people just look away. Rule 4. Serve something larger than yourself. Marcus Aurelius had every privilege available to a human being: wealth, power, fame, total authority. And yet, Meditations is not about what he wanted to accumulate, it is about what he wanted to contribute. He wrote, "What injures the hive injures the bee." The Stoics believed purpose that serves only the self is not purpose, it is ambition in disguise. Real purpose, the kind that outlasts you, is always in service of something beyond your own comfort and recognition. Ask yourself, who am I building this for? If the honest answer is only yourself, dig deeper. The legacy that lasts is always built on contribution, not accumulation. Rule 5. Act today, not tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not indulge in dreams of what you have not, but count up the chief of the blessings you do have, and then act from that place, right now. Not when you feel ready, not when conditions are perfect, not when you have more time, more money, more certainty. The river does not wait. Every moment you spend planning the life you intend to live is a moment of that life already spent." The only difference between a person with purpose and a person without it is not clarity. It is the decision to act, imperfectly, immediately, completely. That decision is available to you right now, not tomorrow morning, now. 5 rules. 1. Finite life. Define your summum bonum. Cut what isn't necessary. Let death give you direction. Serve something larger than yourself. Act today, not tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius did not find his purpose by accident. He built it, deliberately, one rule at a time, in full view of his own mortality. The river is moving. It has always been moving. The question is whether you are swimming or drifting. Subscribe to Peak Protocol, because every week we translate the systems, philosophies, and habits of history's most purposeful minds into protocols you can execute today. Watch this next, because purpose without self-mastery is a destination without a vehicle. We're building both.